Hi, everybody. How are you? We have some exciting rookies. I will tell you, AJ Ewing certainly is one of them, and AJ Ewing has impressed me a bit more than Carson Bench. Maybe we expect more out of Carson Bench, a couple of years older. Anyway, hello, everybody. William, I'm not feeling great. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I had a rough time yesterday in the heat. I don't know if it was heat stroke or just my body reminding me that I'm not 25 anymore, whatever the case is. But I wanted to come in here and say hi. Of course, last night I did my post game, a little under the weather. You guys were so nice to me. Thank you. And I'm here today. I'll be in and out until the late innings because of the rain delay here. We should have been probably in the seventh or eighth inning right now. If it weren't for the rain delay, the game started probably 1 hour and 45 minutes late. But whatever the case is, I will be here for you throughout, okay? And play nice with the other kids. It looks like the Mets have decided to at least not give up after the first inning. Ewing led off at the home run. Ewing should be in the lineup every day, and I don't want to hear anything when Robert comes back. I don't want to hear, we want to keep him involved. No, 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 no. Keep him involved from rooting from the clubhouse. Okay. I want Ewing in there every day, unless Ewing needs a day off, which, it's possible. I know it's interesting. When you were 21, you didn't need a day off. You could do whatever you wanted. But no, baseball is a rough game. You're playing in 95-degree heat. You know, he plays a quick game in the outfield and on the base paths. So, unless he needs that blow, as they say in baseball vernacular, let him play. Heat stroke is often diagnosed as malaise. Yeah. Well, no, yesterday was a heat stroke, I think. I don't know if it was technically a heat stroke, but I felt very, very ill. And I came on last night after laying in bed for about an hour, nude with the air conditioning blowing on me. I know too much information, and I got through the post game last night. And thank you all for being there for me last night. I really do appreciate it because I was feeling really lousy. You could probably tell from the way I was talking. I was just dragging sentences. It was tough to talk even. Feeling a little better today, and it would cap it off a nice weekend with a Met win. And there's a hit for Beatty and the Mets. The Mets are hitting this pitcher who was a walk on. He was a free agent signing that wasn't even tendered by anyone, and he's been great with an ERA a little over 3. The Mets are hitting him today, and Beatty hung in nicely against the lefty there. Look at Beatty's face after hitting this. Like he couldn't believe he got a hit. It's like holy shit, that might be a hit. Unbelievable. But yeah, so I'm going to be coming in and out. Okay, I'm just going to go lay down for a bit. I'll see you in a little while. Thanks for coming in, everybody, and let's go Mets. Hi, everybody. So I had left and I gave the Mets some luck. They put up a few runs and they're leading 5-3 now. Top three. McLean's throwing a lot of pitches. I'm going to do, from a scouting perspective, someone that I know and trust. We're going to go through some of the Met young players and analytically what they feel major scouts. So I'm going to do that in a couple of minutes, okay? We're going to give you one every 15 minutes or so. And I think you'll enjoy it. So listen in. I'll be back in about 2 minutes and we'll start the first one. All righty. So let's see. Our first projection is Nolan McLean. Okay, now the projection of Nolan McLean is it's electric because he's a high ceiling arm. Obviously, he transitioned away from being the cowboy Otani. He was a two-way college player, and he focused solely on pitching, much like DeGrom did, where he's really thrown a lot less innings than anybody else his age. So you look at his pure stuff. Okay, his arsenal. He attacks it as with a great mix. Okay, he has the two distinct fastballs. He has a cutter, a splitter. His spin rate is elite, and he has some of the best horizontal break in the league, which really gives him a problem at times because he is wild in and out of the strike zone. But at 24, he's much younger, really, if you look at it, because of his amateur career, splitting time as an infielder and a football quarterback. So his arm doesn't have all that mileage on it. So his capacity to learn and adapt will be a little more than someone his age at 24. Now, if you look at his career metrics over the next few seasons, he projects as a frontline starter, great strikeout upside, but he's going to have to be really managed workload wise. Okay, so I would think he's going to be a foundational piece, obviously, in this rotation. He didn't pitch a lot of innings in college, in the minors, so he's probably going to be capped around 170 for the next two seasons initially. But he's a consistent 10 to 12 strikeout per nine inning guy. And if he keeps the walks in check, which that has been a problem, he projects to a steady 3.5 or under ERA pitcher. The key is he'll be able to clear a lineup three times, and that's what an elite pitcher can do. Not go twice through the lineup and have the problem. He can clear it three times, and three times he'll use his secondary pitches to get through the third time, which most pitchers don't have that. So what's the forecast? Well, I think once he adapts to the wear and tear of 180 plus innings, no one goes really more than 200 innings anymore. And if you do, you get $50 million a year. If they manages if they manages workload, I think he'll peak in about 3 seasons or 4 seasons. Okay. Now, as the batters get a look at the sweeper, the projections, he'll lean heavier on his splitter and cutter to get softer contact, and that'll keep his pitch counts efficient, where he'll be able to learn from that and go deeper into games. So, he has great spin metrics, elite velocity. His ceiling is an all-star, really. A frequent flyer in the top 5 to 7 Cy Young Award voting. Now, he has some flaws. Uh, the long-term durability, that high spin rate and the multiple pitch arm angles, and the sweeper puts a lot of stress on your elbow and shoulder. So if his mechanics remain clean, which his low mileage amateur background suggests that he'll be able to stay healthy for a while, and if his walk rates tick back to college levels, which were much better, he'll be a high leverage, lights out major league closer, I believe. I think you'll see him as a closer down the line. I really do. I think he would be a great closer. But I think right now, I don't think he projects as a number one, honestly. I think he projects as a number two or an elite closer. I think he could be a Jason Isringhausen as a closer. I think his best ERA will be anywhere from 2.9 to 3.3. I think he'll strike out 200 plus per inning. So if you want a hybrid, think of Dylan Cease with stuff, and think of Yu Darvish. And that's who I think he is. But I'd love to see him as a closer. And you could see that down the line, absolutely. I could see it. Um, let's give you one more before I take my break. How about, let's see. You want to look at AJ Ewing? And then we'll go through some names during the cast. Mets are out of it. AJ Ewing, first of all, he's quickly established himself as a real prospect, and he's showing some power. And he's going to be one of the great players, I believe, in recent Mets history. He skyrocketed through the organization, 3 minor league levels. He had 70 stolen bases, and the Mets had to call him up at 21. Now, he blueprints, I think, for a long-term career. I really do. First of all, his speed factor is amazing. Okay, his StatCast metrics clock him, one of the top tier Met sprint guys, 30 feet per second, I think. And his swing decisions, it's on the rise. I think he's 88 to 89% in the zone, has a 19% chase rate. So he doesn't really beat himself outside the zone. And his walk to strikeout ratio really bodes well for a top of the order guy. He was originally drafted as an infielder. His elite speed got him to center field, so he could transition back to an above-average second baseman. I have no doubt, but I think you'd want him in second and in center and keep him in center. Look, he's taken over as the catalyst for the Mets already after 40 games, and I think he cemented himself in center field. This year I think he'll hit 260 to 275. I think he, down the line in a year or two, will be a 350 plus on base percentage guy. High efficiency base stealing. I think he's going to be a perennial threat to turn a walk into a double. And I could see him stealing 50 bases 3 or 4 years in a row. Now, as he fills out within the next 2 or 3 years, I think you'll see him hit a little more power. I think the spray line drive approach, he'll start raising the swing level, and the ball will actually, the exit velocity will tap into some pop because he's going to start working out. And I think he'll probably get 13 or 14 home runs this year. He's starting to show some power. I think perennially he'll be 15 to 22 or 23 home runs. I wouldn't be surprised if he had 23 or 24 one year. Heavy doubles, triples guy. I think you're looking at a 35 to 40 doubles, 7 to 10 triple guy. 100 plus run scoring seasons. I think he's in his peak. He'll be an all star. I do. Now the only flaw with him is his high school and his minor league batting average and balls in play, because he had so many line drives and used his speed to beat out grounders. His highs sit, but they dip. If his foot speed goes down, so will he. So all field line drive contact is vital to keeping his OPS and his OBP good. But look, I think he's an everyday top of the order center fielder. I think he'll peak out about 285. I think he'll steal 55 to 60 bases. You want to compare him? Look at Johnny Damon and left-handed Trey Turner. I think that's what you're looking at there. I think he definitely projects to someone that can really uh, help your team. Yeah, McLean could use. I don't know if it's a better pitching coach. Yeah, Mitch, I'm a little better, thanks. Uh, I don't know if it's a better pitching coach or just that he has to mature a little. Got to remember, he's a novice at pitching, really. He just started pitching a couple of years ago. He was an infielder. So, he regularly threw 95, 96 off the mound. Got a great arm. He's a great athlete. But, he was a third round draft pick. I believe the Orioles drafted him first, and then the Mets drafted him in 23. But I see less wear and tear on him, and I think he has to learn. He's a novice pitcher. I think down the line he will learn to harness his stuff. That spin rate. It's very hard to have spin rate that you can't control. It's swing and miss stuff, but major league hitters have a lot of audio and video on you, and they learn to lay off that. And that's the thing. I think that once they learn that they can't lay off it because it's going to be called for a strike, then you'll see him have last year's results, which were players didn't know where that pitch was going to be, so they swung at it. Now they figure it's not going to be a strike, and they take the shot that it's not. Especially 2-1, you could take the chance of not swinging because you're not going to strike out if it's 2-1. So I think all in all, he's really just learning now. He's not a guy that's pitched all that much in major league or minor league situations. So the Mets are winning 5-3. You're calling the game, Seth? Let's see if I can get Seth in here. Let me get to his channel. Let me get back there. There we go. Let me find it. Mets 21-28. Oh boy, let's see. I thought I was subscribed.
Anyway, Albie snapped a 36 at bat homerless streak last night.
Yeah, we got Seth with us.
That one's lined to center. Ewing moves to his left, and he'll make the catch. 2 down.
Seth has now joined us, everyone. He's calling his game. Please like and subscribe to his channel. He's terrific. Definitely subscribe to his channel. He's a good guy.
Maybe in 2034, they'll host him in Atlanta. No, wait, we can't do it again. Less. Yastrzemski almost gets hit. 32. 1-0. Yastrzemski walked back in the second, but was not able to get home. Yastrzemski fouls that one off. It was a fastball, 1-1. Oh, here it is. 1-2 pitch. Inside 2-2. I mean, hey, Austin. At least you held on the bat this time. Jackass. Yastrzemski, center field. Ewing on his horse. He'll make the catch before the track. 4th innings down, 5 to go. Soto, Bichette, and Vientos due up for the Mets in the 5th. 5-3 New York through 4. Like I said, Riley, at least you were able to hold on the bat this time. You jackass!
You suck!
You jackass! You just want to kill that. Every time you watch Happy Gilmore, you want to kill Shooter's #1 fan. You want to murder him for how he threw Happy's game off in the charity thing. I mean, not that anyone knew he was being paid off by Shooter to sabotage Happy's efforts. But still, you wanted to kill him. And then Eminem and his son in the sequel, only available on Netflix. Funny. Maybe I should send Vinny the link in his posts. Knows if he wants to tag in. If he wants to pop in.
So the Mets, McLean has quieted down after a rough go in the first. Look at his. Let's look at McLean. 4 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs of the three strikeouts, a walk. And he's doing his thing, McLean. He has thrown 61 pitches, so he really did limit the damage after the first inning. 61 pitches through 4, which is terrific. Soto hit the ball hard there. Made his All-Star team. Oh, that hurt. So the Mets, this would be really, it sounds ridiculous, a big win for the Mets, but this just would be a nice showing of getting embarrassed on national TV. It really would be. So let's go through another player. Let's see where he projects. How about we go through, we did McLean, right? Carson Bench? Okay. Uh, Benj made the opening day roster, as we know. And by looking at his underlying stats and the data right now, he looks like a high end bat. He has good plate discipline, terrific arm strength, and he's made some errors in the outfield. That was overzealous and so than anything. You know, in the minor leagues, he had an 81% contact rate and a 13% walk rate. So his chase rate gives him a great high offensive floor. Now, he doesn't only pull the ball, which I like. Extra base hits to all fields. His bat speed allows him to generate hard hit contact, and he doesn't sacrifice the strikeout rate. Now, the thing about Carson Bench, he was a two-way player in Oklahoma State, and I look at him and I just think he has an elite arm. Now, this year, from 250 to 265, I think he'll hit. He'll have a 320 on base percentage. Not quite as elite, I think, as Ewing because Ewing walks more. But look, I think he's going to hit close to 20 homers, if not 20. And I think if he cuts down on the initial swing rate, his walk rate will go up and it'll mirror what he did in the minor leagues. So he's entering his, what is he, 24? I think you'll see him be a 25 home run, 85 RBI guy, 25 stolen bases. I think he'll be a 4 WAR guy consistently. And I think he'll always be in the discussion for the All-Star game. The only flaw that he has is his launch angle. If his ground ball rate ticks back to where it was in college, his overall power could go back to 12 or 15 homers. Now, he has the speed to fill in at center field, but really his arm unlocks in right. So, his top ceiling, I would say 25 homers, 90 RBIs, 275, 280. Think Hunter Pence and Alex Gordon. And we'll give you Christian Scott. How's that? Now, Christian Scott bounced back terrific after UCL sidelined him all of 25. He's still showing terrific swing and miss traits, which he always did. He has an elite strikeout stat. He kind of projects to 11 strikeouts per 9 innings. Post surgically, I think it's been great that he's come back with some command because when his command is not good, he tends to leave 95-mile-an-hour fastballs over the center of the plate. That's why they hit home runs. But his spin rates are terrific. His four-seam fastball, his secondary sliders are really good, and that's the elite whiff rate. So where do I see him? I think, first of all, he's healthy. Then they're going to have to cap his depth of work for the next year and a half. But I see him to be a mid-rotation guy, 3.3 to 3.7 ERA, not quite as good as McLean. If he completely returns to pre-surgery elite levels, I think his walks will go back down. I think in 3 years he'll be at his peak, and I think you could see 200 strikeouts, 180 innings. His high spin metrics would make him a number 2 starter at that point. Maybe an all-star selection or 2. The only problem that he has is durability. High velocity, high spin rate guys, the guys who have already had major elbow reconstruction, they carry a risk. The command requires him to throw high pitch counts early in games, and that's a lot of stress. And he would be, I think, a lights out closer as well. So the Mets have two guys here, McLean and Christian Scott, that would probably project to be lights out closers if they ever needed one of them to be. I would, I look at Scott more as a closer than McLean. I think McLean's just too all over the place with his control to be a closer. I think you'd have too many ninth innings. You'd have the leadoff runner on in a one-run game. Scott would have to refine his control a bit more because he's just coming back from Tommy John. But either one of them, I think, could be great closers. I really do. I think Scott would be a really good closer. I really do. They're having fun out in Atlanta, huh? You can see on the screen, the center fielder joking around with the fans out there. It's nice to see. Atlanta's a well-run organization. One out, top five. And we'll see if the Mets can tack on here. Cole Bichette's up. He's 1 for 2. We had an RBI single in the first inning. Whoa, 4-1. There's a strike. Be a nice win for the Mets to get. Bichette's been good over the last 2 months. Bichette's probably hitting 350 in his last 5 or 6 weeks. 340. He heats up in the sun, as we all do. Flying out to right. Is that going to drop in now? Right fielder gets it. 2 away. Must be hot there. Since June 3rd, he's hitting 339, 5 homers, 19 RBIs. That has to be one of the tops in the league. Dawes had a good game. So we go bottom five. Once again, thank you everybody for coming in. I really do appreciate it. Let's get back to Seth. Is he freezing?
It'll be Jarvis, Baldwin, and Albies due up. Baldwin's been the only Brave that McLean has yet to get an out. To manage to bust. Get through this inning, and he'll be in line for the win at minimum. And he's been doing pretty well. Only 61 pitches after an atrocity in the first. Second time he faces McLean. First pitch is outside on a fastball, ball one. Over the plate. One. Chopped right at Vientos. He'll have to hurry it up. Oh, and he dropped, and it goes off him. E3. You brain dead cunt. Fielding error on Vientos. Good fucking crap. Baldwin due up next.
Again, why is
Ironically,
Vientos playing first
error that
base?
basically got the Mets in trouble in the first inning.
Jesus
So we're coming full
Christ.
circle here. Baldwin takes ball one on a sinker.
Falls on his ass all the time. He looks like a little leaguer. It's ridiculous.
One. Because again, Stearns is an idiot. It should have been Jerry Young today, not him. Baldwin hits this one to deep left center, fairly deep but playable for Soto. He'll make the catch and force Jarvis back to first, one away. Or Taylor, excuse me. I forgot Soto was DHing today. Here's Ozzy. See what the old Wizard of Oz can do right here. Down 2, 1 out. Time. Him representing the tying run. 1-1. 0-1. That looked more like a 1-1, but whatever. Okay, it is 1-0. Okay, they're fixing it now. That's foul to the backstop. 1-1. Stupid scoring booth. Nope. Strike two. I mean, seriously. Maybe in hindsight, you should give David Stearns a concerto and basically bust his brain till he's a dementia patient. New York has committed 58 errors this year. Ozzie cuts, and was that tipped or did he miss it? Tipped it. I mean, he fouled off 1 and 2. But as I was saying, with how badly David Stearns fucked this team over. 1-2 pitch. Foul off again to the backstop behind the plate. The fact that I've been hovering around this thing for 3 hours is a bit frustrating. 2 of which for the game, and the other almost 2 with this game, and the other 2 mostly due to the rain delay. And the other hour and a half or so due to the rain delay. That one's fouled off, and we'll do it again. And if you're the Braves, this is what you want to do. Stack the pitch count. Ozzie is probably one of the most disciplined hitters in baseball as he bounced that one off.
Yeah, this is terrible. Vientos shouldn't play the field at all. McLean's pitch count's going up. What is this, 8 or 9 pitches a set back? Bottom 5. Again, this would be a really nice win for the Mets. Not that any of them mean anything anymore, but you just would end the weekend on a note that you didn't get totally embarrassed again on TV. And he gets him. This is a game McLean, 4 strikeouts, hasn't had his best stuff or command, but has really battled through, and it showed me a lot. And that's the difference in McLean in June. He has battled on. He hasn't gotten as flustered as he had in May. He's learning how to work without his good stuff, and that's what a really good pitcher does. They don't always have their good stuff, and they learn to dance around it and get outs anyway. And that's what he certainly seems to be doing today. And that's what you need your ace to do, or your co-ace. Just get the outs when you need them. McLean here has thrown about 81 pitches. So he's probably, if he can get out here, it's 2-1. He'll go out for the 6th, certainly. He'll push him up toward 100. Although a lot of these pitches have been stressful pitches. It's 2-2. Again, Soto's 2 for 3, 2 RBIs, hitting 300. Fresh off the All-Star nod. Okay, so they're out of it. McLean went 82 pitches. Okay, he'll come out, I would think, for the 6th. If he can get you through 6, on a warm, humid day. It was 95 early on. It's about 90 or 91 now after the rain. So it's a rough day to pitch out there. A lot of humidity. I think the humidity now is about 52%. It was 80% before the rain. So it's still hot. But yeah, this would be a nice win for the Mets to get on a Sunday. It's not a tease anymore. It's a different tease. It's not a tease um, to make the playoffs or to go on a run. This is a tease more to have a team that's a Major League Baseball team, pretty much. If the Mets in the next 70, whatever they have left, go 500 and at least look like a Major League team, you could still be annoyed, but at least maybe you think that we're on the right track. But after seeing a couple of games in Atlanta and it's losing by, giving up 2 touchdowns yesterday on national TV, even, you're on national TV. Viewing, first of all, I don't know why Vientos is playing. Unless, I don't know, unless Young is suffering from heat stroke, why is he playing? There is no reason that Mark Vientos should be playing against anybody. I don't give a shit if it's a lefty. I don't give a shit if it's a righty. I don't give a shit if it's Seth or me getting called to the mound. He should not be playing. Okay? I've seen enough. I really have seen enough of Mark Vientos to know that if he became a 40 home run hitter at Citi Field, I'm still going to hate Mark Vientos. I will root for him to strike out. I can't stand Mark Vientos. I don't care how good he gets. Let him get good somewhere else because I don't want to see him anymore. I can't look at that guy anymore falling on his ass on a ground ball anymore. When you're 9 years old, you do that in Little League. How many guys do you see with a ground ball fall on their ass? I want you to look at all the video this year. I'm not talking about a ground ball that was hit 300 miles an hour and almost killed you. I'm talking about a ball that was hit 90 miles an hour, 85 miles an hour, and you fall on your ass. You know where you're going to see it? New York. Go to Met video. That's where you'll find it. I don't know, Brooklyn. I still think we're going to win 70. I just think with Lindor and Soto on the team, kind of hard to lose all those games. Those guys, and Benj and Ewing, 4 to 9 spots, unless you just have no pitching at all. Because this team has shown you in spurts that they can play a major league team. They've shown you. I don't know if you notice it. If you're watching the game, Carson Benj has lost weight. Take a look at Carson Benj. Hasn't he lost weight since the beginning of the year? It's from playing every day in the heat. Benj looks thin. Oh, at Citi Field, you mean? Yeah. But Carson Benj has lost weight, if you notice it. Soto's thinner, too. You have your B lineup in there with Tyrone Taylor and Vientos and Beatty. I think the Mets have given up the season, too. This is just an evaluation season now. Imagine July 5th. You're evaluating. Pretty early to give it up, huh? That was a good pitch. We do see McLean maturing before our eyes, though. We need some more runs here. Another hit for Ewing. Ewing looks thin too. Runner at first. 2 out. Maurice Torrens. Oh, tuna fish on everything bagel. I love that. Brooklyn. I like egg salad. I love egg salad. I like the egg salad. You ever see the deviled eggs where it has like mustard in it? The egg salad, maybe a little mustard or something. It's really good. All right, we'll see. Okay, we go mid six. Let's see McLean come out, give us an inning, 14 pitches, and show us why he's going to be an ace one day. Potato salad. I'm not a cold slaw guy. Once in a while, I'll eat it if they put it. If I'm starving and they put it on the table at a diner, I'll have a little of it just because I'm starving. That pink coleslaw is not bad. That some diners give you. But that's only because I'm starving. I'll eat it. Potato salad, I like. I like the potato salad, egg salad. Like it's almost a combination. I like that. Yankees getting blasted again. Boy, Cameron Judge should ask for a raise. Tonight, the NBC game is Padres at Dodgers. Dodgers are good. Scoreboard: Pirates are winning 6-4 over the Nationals in the eighth. 2-2. White Sox and Cardinals, first inning. Now it's 7-4 Pirates. Pirates are good. Cubs leading the Cardinals 2-0 in the sixth. Royals 2-0 over the Phillies in the fourth. No score, second inning, Rays and Astros. Same for the Tigers and Rangers, second inning. Giants and Rockies will be starting in a few minutes. Brewers in Arizona, Marlins at A's. And tonight, Blue Jays and Mariners. Red Sox at the Angels at 9:30. All right, McLean's still in there. Harris is up, swing and a miss. He helped McLean out there. Here's the pitch. And he golfs it to center field. Now it goes Beatty to make the catch. One away. Yeah, too much mayonnaise is no good, Brooklyn. Remember when you were little? Mayonnaise isn't good for you. In the summer, your parents were always afraid of everything. Don't turn the TV on. You might get electrocuted because it might get brown. Every goddamn thing you did in the summer was a problem. It's like the world should stop and open up Labor Day weekend. Don't go swimming for a half hour if you eat. Oh, so what does that mean? If the lifeguard was on his lunch break and he's eating and someone's drowning, should the lifeguard say, "No, sorry"? Ridiculous. It's like when they used to say, "When it's your time to go, it's your time to go." Right? To die. Yeah, but if it's the pilot's time to go when you're on the plane. 2 out, McLean. Was it 86, 87 pitches? Nice job. See, this is an ace to me. When it's not that you didn't have it in the first inning, a little bad luck in the first inning, getting squeezed a bit by ABS, and then you come out and start putting up zeros. To me, that is really, and it looks like getaway day for the Braves. The Braves look exhausted, although it's not, but they look exhausted, the Braves. It's hot out there. You got to remember, these guys have been at the ballpark since 9 a.m. It was an early start. Tomorrow, the Mets are the Braves, 7:15. Peralta's going against Lopez tomorrow. It's a good pitch. Well, McLean really smells the end of this inning. 0-2. Oh, Donovan's was great on Roosevelt. Oh, yeah. Good. That place has been there since fucking Jesus has been around. He had a place in the corner. That's a nice place. There's a trophy place right across the street that makes trophies for little leagues and all that. All of a sudden, I'm getting all these messages. Two and two. Bottom six. Remember, the Mets have a really decent bullpen. McLean doesn't know what to throw. He steps out. Yeah, Jesus liked the fish there. Yeah, Donovan's was good. I haven't been there in about a year. I went to a Republican party there. I met Al Sapienza from The Sopranos and a couple of people. Oh, strike three. The umpire didn't call it? What the fuck is going on here? ABS challenge. How did the umpire miss this? He must have been looking for a different pitch. I wonder if the umpire gets annoyed at the catcher for making him look bad if the catcher is always hitting his head like, "Oh, you missed that one too." I wonder if the umpires get annoyed. Like if it's 8-1 in the eighth inning, if you're, I don't know if I would get the umpire annoyed at me. Oh boy, what a day. Still feeling the effects of heat stroke yesterday. 5-3 top seven. Brett Beatty will lead off. If you want a little bit of a roundup, Bichette singled to left field. Lindor scored in the first inning. Bottom of the first, Harris singled to center field. Albies scored. Baldwin scored. Maurice Duran singled to center. Harris scored. It was 3-1. Ewing homered to make it 3-2 in the second. Lindor singled to left. Advance to second. Beatty to third. Turin scores and Soto singles to right. Lindor scores and Beatty scores. Soto now back up to 300 with his batting average. And in less than a half a season that he's played, he has 43 RBIs, 18 homers. He might get to 100 RBIs yet, even though he missed 20 games. 20 games for Soto is about 13 RBIs or 14 RBIs that he's short. Right now, Soto probably would have about 21 homers and about 55 RBIs if he hadn't missed any games. Yeah, hey, don't. Yeah, the Yankees having a tough time. Judge means a lot to that team. Their run differential about 2 weeks ago was 150. Now it's like 83. The Mets. I never thought they would be out of the wild card this early. Terrible. 12.5 out of the wild card. I think half the NHL teams are ahead of them too in the wild card. Andrew Jones, Jeff Canton, Carlos Beltran going to the Hall. All were Mets. Except for Andrew Jones. Andrew Jones was really good. Andrew Jones was finished like 28 years of age. He must have been taking steroids. That's a ball. What are you calling for? ABS. I'm 2,000 miles away from Atlanta. I see that's a ball. Oh, no, it's a strike. Look at me. That's why I'm here. Good call by the catcher. And Beatty strikes out again. Beatty's going to strike out 160 times this year. He's going to play 100 games. That was a good call by the catcher. I didn't see that. Is it my imagination or does it say pink in New York on the Met? Am I seeing things? Am I so inundated with shit that I think the uniform has pink writing now? Francisco Lindor starting to hit a bit. Lindor's got a better eye from the right side than the left. Chipper Jones named his daughter Shea after Shea Stadium. Behind on that fastball. 2-1. Dodgers are starting to play like the Dodgers. Pirates are hitting 9-5 over the Nationals. Nationals can't win at home. The Nationals win on the road. They're terrible at home. I think the Nationals are about 12 games under 500 at home. Weathers got beat up today. Blackburn's been good for the Yankees. Duval. Well, you look at the, Grissom's hitting 233. Trent Grissom coming off that great year. You know, 9 homers, 37 RBIs now. He's going to be, I don't even know if he'll hit 20. Rice, who has been great, he's down to 267 now. Probably still go 40 and 100, Rice. Volpe has 1 home run the whole year. 126 at bats, has 1 home run, Volpe. Chisholm's been injured. Chisholm was having a Chisholm year. Hitting 220, though. Strikes out a lot, Chisholm. And Judge no sooner to getting back. Garrett was better than Beatty, I think. I don't think Garrett struck out as much as Beatty. Beatty strikes out a lot. I didn't realize how much until I looked. Strikes out a lot. That might drop now. And that's it. Soto and Lindor should make a commercial together. Make like a hot dog commercial. You don't have to like each other to like Golden's mustard. So we'll see what happens here with the Met bullpen. Oh boy, what a day. Who's this guy singing the national anthem? 300 fucking degrees. He's got a 9-piece tuxedo on. What's wrong with this guy? Sing it, brother. That's a nice talk truist. Next it'll be Trulicity. They change it like trust truist. They keep it in the T's at least. So I hope you're all having a good Sunday. Relaxing after the 4th. Looking at watching a Jennifer Garner commercial. I used to love her. I don't get it. I watch these commercials. Why is it so cool to make uh, kids look like idiots? Like how they dress and how it's ridiculous. I know everybody wants to be an individual, but why? Just so you can make believe you're not the other guy? It's ridiculous. So ridiculous. Let me go get some water before I pass out. I'll be back in a couple of seconds. Listen, you're gonna think I'm crazy, and I have papers to prove I am. I don't think Benj is that good a right fielder. I think he gets the balls. I think he takes bad routes. He has got a great arm, but I don't think Benj is really a positive right fielder. I think he's better than what we've had out there, but I don't think Benj is a superior fielder. What do you guys think? Hey, everybody. Oh, here we go. I think Brazaban's pumpkin is knocking at the door. 10-4. I'm not worried yet. How are you, everybody? I hope you're all doing well on this Sunday. And it's striking out. Good pitch. One down. Bottom line, 10-4. Hey, Joe. Hey, James. James, you're not a rhino or an asshole. Do you think? Listen, he may. Hey, don't. And 10-8. Ay, ay, ay. I just missed this home run. What are they reviewing? If he's really sleeping and it's not a real game? Can you imagine this? Oh my God. Let's see. Of course it's a home run. It almost hit my front porch. And there goes Brazaban's ERA. He's starting to be more Brazaban like now. ERA now at 3. After a cinco. 1/3 of an inning. 5 runs, 4 hits. Nice, huh? This is the shit that we have to put up with as a Met fan. Can't even fucking relax. Sunday afternoon. It's 5:08. Oh my God. Drake ball. Of course, the first career Grand Slam. His first time ever hitting a fucking ball if you're playing the Mets at a Grand Slam. Now you got to use Devin Williams in a game that you had a 7-run lead. Really nice, right? What a shit show. Bichette's hitting, boys. I told you boys 2 months ago, before Bichette started hitting, that he'd end up 95 RBIs, 20 homers, 275, 280 batting average. Was Daddy right? Say Daddy was right. Bichette's hitting 253 now. He's on pace for about 90 RBIs and 20 homers. About 18 homers, but the second half he'll start hitting. He's up to 14 doubles already. He had like 6 doubles last month. And his strikeouts are down to 71 now. So he's on pace for about 135 strikeouts now. He was on pace for 180 most of the season. He's really turned it around. His OPS is up to 679. It was 490. Oh, it's terrible, Dave. How are you? Oh, boy. England should be a good game later. Can you imagine you have to sweat this game out? We have to. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Devin Williams is thinking, what the fuck? I was just going into the shower. You gonna bother me now? 90-degree day. He was sitting in the air conditioning. I can come out to this shit. And you'll blame me if I blow it besides? What a great deal. It's like the designated driver. You pay for the gas too. What a fucking deal that is. That's why you don't have any drive-bys anymore. Fucking gas is too expensive. They wait at ATMs for you. Unbelievable. Got to sweat this out. Can you imagine? Look at Brazaban. Shit, I was just going to command a lot of money to get out of here, and now I might get stuck here the rest of the year. He was due to blow up. He had blown up the whole year. Come on, Devin. Jesus Christ. Joe, it would be, yeah, you're right. This is, let's use a good word, incredulous. Oh, God almighty. God give me strength. They can't throw a ball by this guy all day. He must have fouled off 3,000 fucking. They probably have 2 balls left in this stadium. If this game goes in extra innings, I'll have to call it. This guy has fouled off about 100 pitches in his at-bats. You ever notice everybody ends up looking like Bobby Cox? Look at Walt Weiss there. He's turning into Bobby Cox. Hey, he just keeps on fouling the fucking ball off. As long as he doesn't get a hit. Yeah, this would be bad. This would be bad. Hit him already. If he's going to keep it, you know, wear your arm out. Just hit him in the back. Put him on first. Unbelievable. What a fucking shit show. Got to go through this. He struck him out. He fouled off every pitch, inside, outside, high, low, one right over the plate. He strikes out 94 miles an hour. You can't make it up. Can't make this shit up. Let me say hello. Hey, everybody. How are you? A little under the weather today, so excuse me. There's a strike. So how you guys doing? You realize next stop, Labor Day weekend. Is that scary? It goes fast, right? I already have ruined the whole summer for you. I don't even know if I'm well enough to do a dance today. I'll get it ready just in case. I'm going to have to go slow if they win because, you know, I'm a little under the weather here. So let's pick something that I won't tap out. And of course, this is, oh, Jesus. Oh, this is going to be rough here. Hey, Bayonet. See, to me, this isn't Devin Williams' fault. He was ready to hit the shower. Oh. Unbelievable. This is the first game since 2019 that 2 teams have scored 5+ runs in the 9th inning. Mets are probably involved in that one too. There's strike 1. This would be fucking brutal. Talk about brutal. I might retire. They lose this game, I don't know. You're going to see me with a fucking cooking show tomorrow night making baklava. Fuck out of here. Got to go through this fucking bite. I don't feel good. I'm fucking 1 foot into the fucking grave and I'm screaming at Harris fucking fouling pitches off. This is my Sunday. There's a strike. Bayonet, I don't feel good. I know. I just turned the air conditioner off because Mom Donnie told me, no, fuck him. I'm putting it on 10. Fuck that guy. If you don't like it, let him come here. I'll put it on minus 10 degrees, this air conditioner. Fuck you and your 78. Okay, here's the pitch. Yeah. Threw the ball 30 feet. It was like a ground ball to shortstop and went by the catcher. They just want to get the hell out of here. You could see it's like I could see him saying, "You know what? We lose, we lose. Let's get the fuck out of here." You can't take it. Some Met fans standing there like, what am I doing here? Everyone looks like Bobby Cox in the Atlanta. It's like that Twilight Zone where the guy has the same face. Everybody looks like Bobby Cox in that dugout. In the dugout. Here's the pitch. Come on, get me out of here. Oh my God. Devin Williams didn't get over the first fast enough. That was a tough play. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. No, he's safe. You know how I know he's safe? Because while he's running, he's doing this. Because we're playing the Mets. The Met first baseman can't get me. If you hit it to first right over the bag and it was in his glove, you'd be safe. These are the Mets. Oh, fuck out of here. Fucking heat stroke. I'm going to have heat stroke in 68 degrees in this. Look at this. Come on. Now you're afraid to throw it over the plate. What do you do now? Christ. Mets lose this game. If I'm Cohen, I buy the Dunkin' Donuts across the street, fire that guy. I fire everybody. There's a base hit. Look at this shit. Can you imagine this? And he threw it. Oh, my God. Second and third. Base hit wins the game for Atlanta. This chick who looks like a guy is jumping up. The only reason I knew it was a girl is because my God. I should put the volume on so it'll take me down so I don't have to do this anymore. Maybe I get a copyright strike and they tell me go fuck myself. I can't do this anymore.
Remember how we were talking about baseball ironies? How about this? The longtime Met, former first rounder Dom Smith has it.
Dom Smith is, oh my God. You want me to Kreskin? Oh my God. Dom Smith is up. Holy shit. You can't get. You can't make this up. He won't throw him a strike. He's going to walk him. You don't want him to beat you. The runner at second means nothing. I wouldn't let him beat you either. This is unbelievable. You got scouts saying, "No, fuck Brazaban, we're not going after him today." This is unreal. You can't make this up. You can't. I'm sorry. You can't. You don't think this baseball god's up there? Dom Smith's up. Chess pieces. That was a good pitch. Fucking hardest pitch he's thrown since he's 19, Devin Williams. Oh, my goodness. 4 Met fans standing like this. Can you imagine? What kind of fucking life? Look at the life I have. I'm sitting here on a Sunday. Fucking heat stroked and all. Let's go. Not feeling good. I'm going to do it slow. I'll give you a good spin, my karate spin.
Start spreading the news.
Could always do my karate moves. Been a long time. So, boy, maybe God doesn't hate the Met fans as much, because if Dom Smith would have beat us, I mean, what else is there in life? If Dom Smith fucking beat you, you wait a rain delay, take a big lead, Braziman loses all his trade value. I'm ready here to fucking call Papa Bear Funeral Home. You got anything available for Wednesday? I don't know what to do here anymore. I feel like screaming more now that they fucking won. Jesus Christ. I have to go through this fucking bullshit when you're up. I don't know. I guess a win is a win, right? But it just is, it's disgusting. It's disgusting what a Met fan has to go through on an every single fucking day basis. You see, the problem is baseball. It's like a sport that Jewish people own. If it was a business, 24/6 they're open. You know, it's kind of like you get one day a week to recharge your batteries, then you got to sit in front of the fucking TV again. At least you get 6 days for football. By Tuesday, you feel better. Put it in the books. I sound like a 13-year-old. Yeah, Dom did. Brooklyn, don't down any pills. Mine are gone. You know, I usually shake them like this. They're fucking gone. One hit away from what they are. James, you know something? You're going to think I'm crazy. And like I say, if I pan the Logitech, I got papers in that safe to prove I'm fucking crazy. 2007, July 9th. Yeah, 2007. But I will tell you this much. This signified the end of the season. I'll tell you what. I'm going to do a show tonight about 11:30, which you will want to see. I made my thumbnail for it. I'm sitting next to Juan Soto. And I am going to plan it. It's going to be about being a fan. And now that it's 4th of July weekend in the rear view, we have nothing to look forward to. Think about it. We have nothing. Give me a minute, Seth. We have nothing to look forward to. I'm looking forward to Labor Day weekend, so the summer's over, and I can say the Rangers are hitting training camp. That's what I'm looking forward to. Because you're going to have more days like this. You know what's going to happen when we go to heaven? I'll tell you what's going to happen when we go to heaven. You're going to be behind the pearly gates, waiting to meet God. The gates are going to open, the curtain's going to open, and fucking Vientos is going to be sitting there saying, "You didn't know it was me, did you, motherfucker?" That's what's going to happen. What were you saying about me 30 fucking years ago? That's what's going to happen. Vientos is going to say, "Yeah." That's what's going to happen. I told all you guys, one day you're all going to be in fucking purgatory saying, "That fucking Vinny, wow, he was right. Remember that fucking nut that used to be on doing Met?" Yeah, it's unbelievable. Yeah, Vientos is going to be sitting there like this. And you know who's going to come over? You know who's going to come over to say, here with the ledger? Fucking Beatty. Beatty will be the guy assisting him. Beatty will be the guy, "Get the fuck out of here. You're doing this to me." Oh, my goodness. And I'll have to sit with Derek Jeter for a lifetime hearing about fucking Yankee tradition. That'll be my afterlife. Just like this, but not. Oh, my goodness. That felt good, though. Maybe I needed just blood rushing to get out of my heat stroke-ish fans. Because I don't know. But this suffering, I mean, I'm screaming they won, and I'm suffering today. Should I be fucking miserable after they scored 10 fucking runs and I'm still miserable? That's a Met fan. When everybody you thought that sucked had a good day, you win and you're screaming about it. Because if I have to, you know what? That's like being at your wedding and going through the photo book and you're in love again. And someone shows you a picture of your girl from 10 years ago that fucking cheated on you and broke your heart. Hey, there goes that fucking good feeling of the night. That's what it is. Oh, my God. God, give me strength. Fuck the money. And you know, and you know what the greatest thing about this is? I have 3 fucking months to go through this. I'm going to show up here in September. I'm going to look like I'm 90. It's bad enough I look like that now. My God. Fucking screaming my ass off. They won. They won. I'm screaming my ass off. I'm praying for fucking rainouts. I'm praying for rainouts. My God. What's the over and under and how many times Seth says cunt in the next 5 minutes? I'm saying 40. And he'll mention at least one cartoon and decapitating Stearns. Want to bet me? Oh, God. This is god-awful. I have to get some water, Peter. I'm going to fucking keel over here. Let me get some water. You'll see me disappear. I'm not running away. I was going to run away from life 100 fucking years ago. I wasn't smart enough. Let me just get some water. Feels like I saw it. Yeah. Mamdani, I'll put it on 78. I also like pizza with pepperoni and shit on it. Maybe the Mets could trade for fucking Mamdani and put him at second base. How would that be? Lindor, Mamdani, double play! I'd love it. I'd root for both of them to fucking get hit with the same baseball. There he is. How are you?
Let's get some straight. We won this game in spite of the incompetence of Andy Green. I was getting flashbacks of that game against Washington from a few years ago.
What happened with Andy Green? I was throwing up most of the game. What happened with him?
Why bring in BRAVES when he's been having pitch location issues?
Oh, okay. I hope that didn't ruin his trade value. I doubt it.
He gave up a salami and 5 of the 6 runs Atlanta got back.
Yeah. Yeah. Unbelievable. Bichette had a good day.
Yeah. So did Ewing, Soto.
Ewing showing more power than I thought, honestly.
Taylor actually had a decent day.
Who?
Taylor.
Yeah, he did actually. And did you ever see a first baseman get a ground ball more and fall on his ass? I've never seen a first baseman fall on his ass with a ground ball. He's always falling on his ass.
Yeah, Vientos. Fucking Vientos. And considering I had to basically bounce between 3 different game calls because of that rain delay. I had to bounce between Pittsburgh and Washington, Minnesota and the Yankees, and then had to do the Mets and the Braves.
Washington's terrible at home. They can't win at home.
No wonder nobody shows up despite the good record.
Good on the road.
But seriously, that's the kind of day I had. Why it took me almost 5 hours to get through this game.
It's a long day. And all these games were available on Peacock today. You see that?
I was watching the Met game on NBC, and it was constantly fading in and out because I'm in the basement.
Oh.
NBC doesn't do well on hot days in the summer in my part of the house.
Oh, really? What? Just a cable issue?
I use an antenna.
Oh, okay. Okay. Now, what's the antenna in the house, or is the antenna outside?
In the house. It's attached
Oh,
to one of the doors to my apartment.
Oh, I get you. Okay. So now, tomorrow we get out of here. Maybe with a split.
Yeah, Peralta can actually pitch competently.
This is just.
I mean, I actually have the Mets losing 3 out of these 4, to be honest.
You do?
Mm-hmm. This was the one game I figured we could win, and we did.
What did you think of McLean's bounce back after the bad first inning?
Surprising. I mean, usually he starts to buckle and panic in that spot.
Yeah. Maybe he's growing up. Well, wait. You know what's interesting, which we're not going to notice until someone says it. We're watching these baby Mets grow up before our eyes. Right?
Most of them, anyway.
Yeah. Ewing and Benj. And I'm starting to think Ewing's going to be the better player out of Ewing and Benj. But maybe not. But we're seeing them really. I see a lot of maturity this month in McLean, learning how to deal with a little adversity and getting past it.
Mm-hmm.
I do. And it's nice because you continually see Senga not get past that adversity.
And again, the problem with him and Mania is shut them down. Put them under the knife.
Yeah.
Instead of owning up to that mistake of constantly shipping them out there to get blasted, these dumbasses continue to double down on putting them out there.
I know.
I mean, sure, Senga's turning into a decent bullpen arm, but that's about it with it. But either way, I wanted both of them shut down this year.
I wonder if they have Senga in the bullpen hoping to ship him somewhere.
Perhaps.
He doesn't make a lot of money.
Perhaps. But again, I'm just saying, I want both of them shut down so they could get their injuries cleaned out, sit out the entirety of 27, and then come back in 28 healthier than ever. But no, they continue to double down going out there, and we saw what happened to Mania last night. He got killed.
Yeah, Mania got shot last night. It's terrible. Really terrible. No, this team just has to we're going to go through this quite a bit. This is what we're going to go
72
through.
more to go, and then we can finally start holding up picket signs saying, "Step down, Stearns, or we don't come."
When is the All-Star game?
Next Tuesday.
Okay. So let's see what the Mets have ahead.
After Kansas City and whoever they get this weekend, they go back to Philadelphia, play the first Thursday game. Then they skip Friday again, and then do Saturday and Sunday again. I know the weekend after that, they have a home series with the Dodgers.
Red Sox coming in after Kansas City. You know what? I'm going to go to one of the games. I haven't been to a game all year, and I got tickets. I'm going to go to one just to get thrown out. I'd like to do it live and get thrown out and be on here and say, here's me getting thrown out.
If you see Stearns in the booth, in the box, you'll flip him off, tell him to go fuck himself, go step down, that sort of shit.
I did see. Here's McLean.
Speed out in the curveball in particular was really good to see. Real good curveball there.
Is that what you're going to do, Vinny?
What? Go flip Stearns off. And then I want guards to manhandle me. That didn't come out right. It didn't come out right. I didn't mean it that way. I even got a smile out of you for that.
I mean, I get it. Beat you up and then throw you out of the building, right?
Yes. Yeah,
But
maybe I wouldn't want to own it. Do you know what they offered me? Do you know what they said? We're so sorry, sir. What we're going to do is give you season tickets as a, get the fuck out of here. I'm suing you for more now. I don't want season tickets.
Personally, I would basically do the old Home Alone bit on Stearns. Grant, I doubt you'd sneak in with a damn Thompson.
No. What is it with you and guns and violence? You know, if there's ever something that happens, I'm going to say, down your way, I'm going to say, oh, my God, I hope it wasn't Seth.
Look, I don't like to wield guns, but I'd rather imagine what it would be like if I could wield a gun.
Okay.
But having said that, I would basically tell Stearns, listen, you little political moocher, I'm going to give you to the count of 10.
Wait.
Your
James,
lousy.
hold on. James, you're going into the hospital? Oh, I hope you're okay.
Ouch.
Oh, man. I didn't know that. Well, listen, Godspeed. Be well, my friend. Thank you for coming in here. And all my best.
As I was saying,
Well, I didn't know that.
I would just tell him, I'm going to give you the count of 10 to step down as general manager and then take your lousy, lying, ugly, hypocritical, two-timing, yellow-bellied, no good ass out off this team before I pump your guts full of lead. 1, 2, 10. Keep the change, you fucking filthy animal.
Oh, boy. So we get a win today. Here's the Met manager.
First, didn't really have the feel for the zone like he did the rest of the game. Settled in incredibly well, pitched into the seventh inning for us.
It looks like Ewing's
one walk on the day. It was just a really in control game where he was going through the lineup for most of the day.
That was fun in the ninth. What'd you see from him?
Just one of those days. He's been unbelievable for us all year. I think he's had south of I just saw that the ERA is at 3 even after like what just happened. Like that just tells you how good he's been all year for us. And wasn't his day out there?
I think he's been off for 7 days. Do you think that maybe hurt him a little bit, or just wasn't easy for him to find a rhythm with that extended layoff?
Yeah, I certainly think there's waves of usage throughout the season. So guys get used a ton. He has been used a ton. And then you have stretches where like your situation doesn't arise. He's a guy that's been ridden all year. He had a gap in like the amount of times he's been on the mound. He can handle all of that. He's that type of a pitcher, and you believe that about him.
What can you do to address the defensive lapses around the infield in particular?
Yeah, I certainly think we play cleaner baseball. Like it's talented individuals on the baseball field. We can play cleaner baseball. We should hold ourselves responsible to that, and that's to each individual man and to us collectively.
You want to see Mantos charge that ball? Where you on matches of that?
I think he got caught in between, where he initially broke for it and then ended up backing up and retreating and just got caught in between. You never want to criticize like physical errors because they're like the game's hard, but
Why not? I want to. Anyway, I'm going to be calling it. I'm not feeling great, but I will see you guys tomorrow. Seth, thanks for coming in. I'll talk to you later, buddy.
All right.
I'll talk to you tomorrow. Everyone, thank you for coming in. I'm still a little under the weather. I have to go lay down. But thank you so much. James, all my best. I hope you're okay. I truly do. Ray, I'm starting to think that. Took a week. God bless you guys. If I'm feeling better, which after some rest, I think I will be, I'm going to be doing a show tonight, probably around 11 p.m. if you're around, about what does a baseball fan do when after 4th of July, his baseball season's over. To me, this is just like a strike that they're striking tomorrow for the rest of the year to me. I'm going to cover it, and I'm going to be here for you guys, and you guys are always here for me, but that's the way it is. So check out the post, the thumbnail, and you'll see a good show later tonight, probably about 11, if you're up. Okay? Have a great day, everybody. Mets win. The Mets win. See you later.